Ohio, and it's back-to-back time. This is my good buddy Dave's 2024 MC450 Gas Gas. And of course, Dave can't leave anything alone, so it's completely dialed. Brad at RideWorx did the rear pro component rear shock, and he installed some Kayaba inserts. Look at those technical touch, the billet lugs down low. Davey also has the Hon hubs, built by W Hon hubs with Dirt Star rims. He's got the factory edition triple clamps on it. He also has the CUO unit, and he has some rental bars and brand new MX34 tires. And I'm going to ride it back to back with my 24.5 450 factory edition. Biggest difference between these bikes is this frame. This has got the previous frame. That one has the big cutouts in it and supposed to be more compliant, but we're going to ride them back to back here today at Kickin' Roost MX. It is the perfect day. They raced vintage here, and the track is dry and hard pack and choppy, and that's where I think if we're going to feel a difference in these chassis, it will be today. Now, we both put 350 maps, what we call in here. It is the gravel wet map. Yeah, Dave opened the clickers on this. We've had to open the clickers on both bikes. It's just so choppy. And there's some little grooves from yesterday. I love that smoother power. Oh, that pro component shock on those rollers is really good. My bike has the stock rear shock done by Brad. KYBs are good, much better than the air fork. It is so slick today. Even brand new MX34s. Now this pro component shock, I think I would open up the high speed a little bit. Feels good on kind of the rollers, but I think we get some more comfort out of it in this chop today. But we'll see how it compares to mine. I'll tell you, with the Akrapovich, this bike has a lot more zing to it. The stock pipe kind of has a restrictor in it. All right, let's see if we can notice. Now this one, I have my favorite set of cone valves I had for like 5 years. Brad redid the rear shock, bladder, low friction piston, different valving, more GNCC style, and some other tricks. He knows the Austrian stuff well. Now that bike has a little over 2 hours. This has just a tick over 10 hours. And so this one technically is more broke in. Yeah, this has the 350 map. You can just smoother. Still got torque. Just a smoother roll-on power. So on this kind of Excel chop right there, my shock is definitely a little plusher on that stuff. Bike just, I mean, right away feels softer. Man, there is some chop here. it over the table, and I give my favorite set of cone valves. I have no problem keeping up with the KYB inserts. Of course, these cone valves have some coatings on them too. Yeah, that Excel chop, I think Brad has the stock shock a little better, a little more comfort. We'll see about in this, because there's some chop here. Yeah, you don't feel it pounding into your back. Boy, the traction with this soft map. These bikes are just so easy to ride. It's like having multiple bikes in one. You have the COO unit. You can dial in the response. I love it with less engine braking. All right. So these conditions, super dry and choppy. I can feel it. I made a lot of changes to the chassis, and definitely noticeable. It's got more comfort. It's got a little bit more front tire traction. Just a tire contact patch feel. This is real, and these things are thinner, and the bracket up here is thinner, and the linkage is thinner. I definitely can feel it. If you're not a picky rider, weekend warrior, you don't really notice stuff, these things are great, and they're smoking deals right now. So I don't have any problem with this one, and Davey's really got it dialed in. I would probably open up the high speed a little bit more. I cannot believe how good Brad can make the stock rear shock. I had a Pro component last year, and I like this shock a whole bunch. I got no motivation to buy a Pro component. Love the Akrapoviches, super smooth. CUO units here. Man, you can, like today, it's hard pack and slippery. We got the gravel, wet, throttle response turned down, engine braking turned down, super easy to ride. And, you know, when it gets grippy and everything, we can go to dry hard pack and turn throttle response up. And anyhow, this little thing for $190 or $250 for the whole thing, well worth it. I'd say if you're not picky, save your money, put it into some other stuff on the current one. And the picky guys, or the guys that notice things, they will notice this new chassis. 2 thumbs up, back-to-back ride, super fun. Thanks to my boys at Kick and Roost MX, my buddy Davey.